Hey everyone, welcome to the Roto Grinders Morning Grind podcast. I'm your host, Stevie TPFL. It's December. It's the 30th of December. It's 2016. It's Friday. We have 9 basketball games tonight to talk about. If you're playing on FanDuel, you'll have an early slate and a late slate. We're not going to talk about that 4 o'clock game. I don't have
Play
it
Jimmy Butler. We're done.
done. Okay, easy. See, Siege, how you doing, buddy?
Not much, man. Good night in NBA. So it's looking so good so far. So it could be a really, really good night. Won't be able to hold the slam, unfortunately, but got some other teams on the rise. So it could be good.
Yeah, much better than trying to edit your lineups on your phone walking up to the Magic game, right?
Yeah, especially when we hear Chris Paul in. I thought Cam was completely trolling me. I was like, good one, Cam. No, seriously, Chris Paul's in. Oh, my God.
Then we get the alert, and it's like, come on, man, what? Oh, yeah. It was like the worst night to go to the Magic game because there was just so much injury news. Jeff Green got hurt. Like, man, it was just an awful night.
Marvin Williams did okay, though. It was good to see Marvin Williams make some threes.
Oh, man. It was good to see Nicholas Batum make you shotgun a beer with Patron.
Twice, because you didn't accept the first one.
I didn't see the first one. That doesn't count.
There was a video proof.
The video or not. There's no fun in it if I don't watch it.
Oh, ridiculous. Whatever. It's fine. I paid it off.
You did pay it off. You did pay it off. I paid it off too. Don't worry.
You in Golden Tee too. I thought the beatdown on the golf course was bad. Golden Tee was worse.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about last night. It just makes me think of like how hungover I was this morning. So, yeah. So anyway, let's talk some basketball. We'll start here with Brooklyn at Washington. Lynn already ruled out for this game. He didn't even travel with the team. Harris is questionable. Bradley Beal is questionable with a sprained ankle. That happened last night. It's a 221.5 total. Washington favored by 8. Brooklyn's done a good job this year of staying in games. High total here. Have to like some stuff here. What are we looking at?
John Wall. As much as everything in my body says fade, common sense says you play him.
But have you seen his price on DK yet?
Yes, I'm staring at it. But if Bradley Beal's out,
you have to, right?
I'll probably talk myself into a fade, but it's probably not a good idea. I don't recommend it.
Who would get the bump? Who do you think would get the bump the most here?
Other than John Wall?
Other than John Wall.
Otto Porter and Keith probably.
Otto Porter. I don't think I've gotten him right one time this year.
Shout out to the model. My model mashed him. I think I even sent you a message, or maybe it was my chat. I was like, my model has Otto Porter as the number 1 overall play. Like, why are we not considering him? And it was my other chat, and I just got laughed out of chat. I was like, well, I'll trust the model. I'll play like 40%, and he just went immediately ham.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing you said to me when you got to dinner. You're like, my model loves Otto Porter for some odd reason, and yeah,
it was clearly knew what it was talking about. But Otto Porter did do well in this game matchup the first time, so I think he's a decent option. Keith is a decent option. Gortat, we know bigs against Brooklyn. Gortat would be interesting, 6,300. I kind of really like that price. He's kind of locked into 40 minutes right now. If he gets a usage bump, I kind of think he'd be locked for 36 at worst, and that's like 6x. So I would love the Gortat.
Gortat actually loses usage with Beal off the floor this year with Wall on the floor.
What's the sample size on that?
It's 153 minutes.
That doesn't feel like a whole lot.
You want to guess John Wall's usage without Bradley Beal?
36.
42.3% usage without Bradley Beal. 198 minutes. Averaging 1.38 fantasy points per minute.
He would play like 36 minutes. What the hell does that come out to?
A lot.
Yeah, it comes out to a lot. You said 1.36?
1.38. FanDuel points. Hold on.
What's FanDuel points?
DraftKings is 1.47 fantasy points per minute.
All right, 1.47. What do you think he'd play? 38 minutes?
I would say 36 to 38. We can go on the high side.
That's still only 55 DK points.
And then you have to add in Brooklyn.
Fudge. Yeah. It's really tough to him not seeing him get 60, doesn't it?
Otto Porter, by the way, he averages over a fantasy point per minute with Wall on the floor and Beal off the floor too. So I like the Otto Porter.
This game feels so game stackable, right? Just play Wall, play Kilpatrick, play Burlow, play Gortat or Booker, and just have different variations of this. You said the total's what, 226?
221.5.
221.5? It's like just game stack this, right?
I think it's one of the best game stacks on the slate.
And the game's not on the FanDuel main slate, so people might not do as much research on it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pretty optimal approach. So
yeah, I like this game a lot. You nailed Kilpatrick. I like him even more if Joe Harris sits again. Like Kilpatrick play a ton of minutes here. We and you have been talking about Bojan and monitoring that situation. The minutes have been really steady. He shot the ball terrible the other night and still played 28 minutes against Chicago. So this is a spot we could look at him here against a team that struggles with wings.
Especially if Harris is out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's out, you just got to play. He's got to be in consideration. Just too cheap everywhere. He'd probably be locked into his 27, 28 minutes. And you mentioned against the Wizards, who just are awful against wings.
That's it for this game. Let's move on. We have Miami at Boston. This is a back-to-back.
We mentioned Burlow, right?
Yeah, you mentioned him when you were talking about the game stack.
I just want to make sure.
We talked about him the other day, too. Doesn't he get a big bump in usage without Lynn on the floor?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And he's under 7K on DraftKings.
Miami at Boston, no total in this game. This is a back-to-back for both of these teams. After the game, there was a post-game interview with Spoelstra. I don't even know how to say his name. Eric Spoelstra, right?
Right.
Better. Saying that Dragic shouldn't even have been playing in the game. He was about 50%. I would put him at very doubtful for this game. That's why I actually like that these games are available, and like we're going to have a 4:30 start on FanDuel. Dragic doubtful. I would put him extremely doubtful here. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think he plays. I think it's Tyler Johnson. I think it's Josh Richardson. I think it's James Johnson. Doesn't James Johnson get a massive boost in usage with Dragic off the floor?
The only problem that I had with Johnson tonight was he just didn't play down the stretch. It was annoying. They played Tyler Johnson.
But that wouldn't be an issue if Dragic isn't
No,
there.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up here. Biggest bump in usage goes to Tyler Johnson, Josh Richardson, and James Johnson's kind of right around neutral.
Well,
but like you said, but what you were saying though, like he would play down the stretch because they would need him on the floor.
Yeah, and especially if Boston goes small like they did tonight against Cleveland. Like if you played Gerald Green, like you got really unlucky. Like he rimmed out a few threes early and they yanked him early in his rotation because they were trying to do something different. But they were like halfway down. Not like you hit the front of the rim. Like they were halfway down. He drills those. He could go put up like 40. So. Tough break for Gerald Green at the minimum. Probably not the spot for him in this matchup. But I do like all the Celtics again here. Celtics just are not playing any defense right now. They're just not playing any defense. Every game's been paced up now for 2 weeks. The totals haven't adjusted correctly. Like even today, it was 216 and the game ended like at 230 something. Like I just think this is a good game stack here. You know where the production's going to come from on both sides. Maybe a little less on the Boston side, but it's still going to be IT2, Bradley, Horford, and even maybe a little Jay Crowder. So I just think this is a great game stack.
Sure, I can definitely get behind that. One other guy that I wanted to mention here on Miami was Justice Winslow. He has a nice bump with Dragic off the floor as well. What's your thoughts on Marcus Smart? Like, is he really becoming a thing? Like, this is 4 out of the last 5 have been really good.
The problem is he's playing terrible. Like when you just watch the games, he's just not. God, it's just defensively, it's been all over the place. Like how much more of a leash is Stevens going to give the guy? I don't know. I think this is the last chance we're going to get to play him. Like the DK spike will come before the next game, so you're going to have to make a decision one way or another. Miami's really can't go big, so Boston might go small to match. So I guess, but it's tough playing like the third guy, like when he's chalky. So I just have to see what the ownership levels are going to be.
I'm going to pull up the DK Live app. Do you know what Luke Babbitt ended up with?
No, but he had a decent first quarter. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what he ended up with. Give me 1 second here. Because he's still only 3K at small forward.
Oh, wow. Small forward?
Small forward, 3K. He ended up with 16.75. So if he gets to start again over Derek Williams, a little interest at 3K min salary.
I think I would rather play Gerald Green again. But I don't think either one's a good option. We had a full slate. I think that's getting a little fancy.
Did you mention Amir Johnson?
No, but I wouldn't play him. He got edged out again today.
All right.
And I think this game's going to go small. I don't think it's a very good Amir Johnson spot. If I was going to play anybody, I actually would play Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly O. Is that the siege approval of Kelly O?
That's kind of like I have to think about what Miami's going to actually do. I'm thinking about Willie Reed. The question is this: if Kelly Olynyk's playing the 4, who's the next guy on the floor? And it's probably like a good defender. So I gotta see how many minutes Kelly's playing at the 5, but he could be interesting.
I expect a tweet. If you decide that it's a siege approval Kelly Olynyk, I expect a tweet. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, sorry. I'll send you a DM. Got to keep that for the subs.
Oh, well, keep it for the subs. Daily Marketplace, guys. Make sure you head over there. Check that out. Siege Tournament Practice. Giving himself a plug here. I don't hate it. Detroit at Atlanta, 201.5 total here. Atlanta favored by 3.5. No injury news. We'll start with Detroit, and we're going to start with our boy, Tobias Harris. Ever since he's moved to the bench, has been a beast. Look at his last 3 games. He's moved to the bench.
Up this price, finally.
I don't even care. 14, 14, 15 shot attempts since moving to the bench. Do you know the last time that he saw that many shots was middle of December?
Here's the problem. Like, he has to shoot so well to make tournament value. Might be the day to jump off.
6X is 36. He has 37, 35, and 42.
I know, but hear me out. In this game, there's a play that is like the best play maybe of the season. Drummond against Atlanta. 6,800. Yes. Yes.
Oh, God. That's cheap.
So cheap.
Center on the other side, though, too. Dwight, poor buddy, against Drummond.
Remember when we said we should play Dwight and Joakim Noah together? Yes, on the one. Yes, cha-ching. Check that one across.
53, played 39 minutes. Hey, Dwight's healthy, just so you guys know. If you were curious, 39 minutes against New York the other night. Love Dwight here, by the way. I love the spot for Dwight. We'll talk about Atlanta.
I love the center stack one more time in this spot.
You know who else is kind of sneaky is Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's just he's been so inconsistent. The minutes have finally been there, but really the shot attempts are high and low. Wouldn't you just rather play KCP shooting guards against Atlanta?
I could play KCP here for sure. I think he had a really good game against them earlier this year.
I feel that sounds very right. 37.5 DK points.
Isn't he from Atlanta?
Oh, I hope so. Oh, he went to school at Georgia. I know that.
I feel like they played at Atlanta earlier this year too. Be wrong.
I don't know where that game was. Let's see. He went to. He's from Greenville, Georgia.
He's from Georgia. He's from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play KCP. I assume this is a KCP
Stevie approved.
Stevie approved KCP spot. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, like KCP here. I just switched all my interest from Reggie Jackson to KCP, so that just happened right then and there. Atlanta side here, we're looking at a team in Detroit who is really solid defensively. They've struggled with point guards. Can we play Schroeder here?
Sure.
The price is making it where he really has to have that game to really hit value though.
Yeah, it's tournament only though, right?
Yeah, and he's put up over 40 in 3 of the last 5, or 2 of the last 5, so it's there.
Yeah, it just comes down to how strong point guard is, and I just. I see Harden's on the slate. I see Giannis is on the slate. Yeah, I might have some room for him. I might have some room. It'll be close.
We mentioned the centers on both sides. They're in play. Anybody else from Atlanta here?
Anybody else from Atlanta? No, not for me.
finally not a spot that I like Cephalosha, so play him. He's probably going to have a good game.
All right, let's move on to let's get it to another 8 o'clock game because these are some good ones.
All right, let's talk about, we have LAC, the Clippers taking on Houston. No total in this game. Chris Paul, probable to play, did not, from what I read, he did not look 100% in the game, but he did play 31 minutes. He had 42 fantasy points, so take it for what you want to take it. And JJ Redick is questionable. What are we doing here with the Clippers?
Depends. Looks like Pat Bev is going to play here, he's going to go. So it's all the Austin Rivers for me.
Yes, he should start again, and if he starts, yeah, I'm right there with you, dude.
Final spot away from Chris Paul, and it's not like it's going to all go to Wes Johnson. It's basically going to be the Austin Rivers show and the DeAndre Jordan show. So I have interest even at this elevated price tag, and I don't think anybody will because he was like even 8% last night. So I think this is a very sneaky tournament play.
I don't mind Jamal Crawford here.
Yeah, same situation, right? Final spot away from Chris Paul. So he just shot the ball terribly last game. He took 15 shots even with CP3 back. So I would definitely hop back on there.
Yeah, I'm on the shooting guards. I want Rivers and I want Crawford. Don't mind DeAndre Jordan. I just think at that price, I think I'm going to play two of the centers that we just mentioned from the other game more than I'm going to play DeAndre.
Fair.
Houston side, this is definitely a spot that you plug in James Harden if you're playing cash games. He's the stud on the slate tonight.
Yep. And he's actually under 12K for the first time in a long time.
Oh, wow. Man, we get a discount, 11-7.
Yeah, love me some James Harden here.
59, 55, 50, 59, 56, 64, 67, 55, 68, 57. 50-point floor sounds fantastic.
Can you play Sam Decker in tournaments?
No. I've made that mistake so many times this year, and I understand where you're going to go with this.
It's just I can't play anybody else on Houston. I can't play Harrell at 5K.
But wasn't okay. So
I can't play Rhino at 56. I can't play Ariza at 53. I guess I could.
Can I make my Sam Decker rebuttal though? Wasn't that because Beverly was hurt?
Probably.
And Brewer got moved into the starting lineup, so Decker was getting extra minutes.
Probably.
This feels like a spot to jump back off, or don't chase. I don't know.
So it's just James Harden from Houston then?
I think so. I really do.
All right. Let's move on then.
Let's move on. And, God, Harrell?
No, you're not paying that price on DraftKings.
No, I'm with you. Let's move on. Milwaukee at Minnesota, 209 total here. Milwaukee favored by 1. Telelovich is in the concussion protocol. He's questionable here. That's the only injury news that we have. We'll start with Milwaukee. Where are we going here with the Bucks?
Jabari 7,200, and I still don't care.
Giannis has a good matchup too. Point guards have destroyed Minnesota this season. They're bottom 10 against point guards this season.
Yeah, and Giannis's price is down. I liked attacking Giannis in spots against rim protection or with poor rim protection, and that's exactly what the Timberwolves offer. So, yeah, it's Giannis and Jabari for me, and I don't think it's really even close.
Isn't that this? I just feel like anytime we talk about the Bucks, that's who it is, right? Like that's who you target on the Bucks night in and night out.
Yeah, I have another guy I have interest in too. We talked about him stealing shots. This is a Michael Beasley revenge game. 3,300, small forward, power forward eligible. Don't mind that. He took 11 and then 8 shots. If Teletovich is out, I think Beasley is an interesting option.
If he's out again, but why not play Tony Snell?
Because Tony Snell sucks.
I get that, but a guy at 3,600
sucks. He sucks. You're chasing the 14-shot game. Congratulations. It might happen one more time.
It wasn't even the 14-shot game. It was against Detroit. He put up 21 fantasy points. At 3,600, I'll take 21.
No, you won't. You're not winning anything with that on a full slate. Just stop.
That's 6x. And fitting.
You're not winning shit with that. Come on, stop it.
I don't hate the idea of playing Tony Snell.
I hate the idea. I do. And
Good.
and any listeners that likes money will also hate the idea.
Well, when Tony Snell goes for 20-plus points tonight, expect me to blow you up.
If he goes for 20-plus real-life points, I don't care if he scores 21. If he goes for like 28 or something, come at me.
Oh God, I might script like 50% now just so I have a chance to win a tournament with Tony Snell. Just so I can set you a lineup.
Well, speaking of setting money on fire, I see fire up there in Orlando. You right there, or is that just your money burning?
That's my money burning. Minnesota side, we like small forwards against the Bucks. Any interest here in any of these guys? Can we play Wiggins?
No. Yes, but the price is kind of too high for me on DraftKings. Maybe hopefully it's cheaper on FanDuel. Let's have FanDuel.
I don't actually have, let's see. 6,400.
Yes, definitely like that price. Zach LaVine too is a guy I don't mind in this situation either.
Every game, just because the guy plays a bunch of minutes.
Yeah, he's gonna have one of those Zach LaVine can't miss a shots games sooner or later.
Yeah, like he's a tournament play every night. Just so if there's a Zach LaVine, you want to have exposure to him every night.
By the way, Wes Matthews just went bananas.
Thank you, Wesley. I appreciate you, bro. We're friends again. Thank you. That's it, right? Nothing else in this game?
I don't see anything.
All right, moving on. Moving out. New York at New Orleans. No total in this game. Courtney Lee, the only question mark that I see, which is kind of weird that that's keeping a line out. But anyway, it's the only question mark that we see here. We went with Derrick Rose the other night, and it paid off. This seems like another good spot for Derrick Rose.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, point guards against Atlanta is still a thing. Just so you guys remember. 28 shot attempts in that game.
Oh, also, Melo got ejected. His price went down because he got ejected, and he gets to play against Solomon Hill.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Oh, man. I didn't realize how bad New Orleans – they're third worst in DVP against power point guards. Like, I'm going to have a lot of Derrick Rose again.
Yep, and Tyreek Evans got cleared for 18 to 20 minutes, and his price is still $4K.
That's starting next week, CJ. Next week.
No, it's starting now.
I thought it was next week.
Justin Vernier reports Evans indicated after Wednesday's game that his limit restriction has been up from 15 to 18 minutes.
All right, 15 to 18. Moving on. Not quite. Oh, man, he's only 4K.
It's 4K. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
I hate playing guys with cap ceilings on this, but he just showed that he could go for like 30 on – like he could be a 2 fantasy point per minute guy.
Oh, man. I think I might have found somebody I like more than Tony Snell.
Good.
Like, right? Like, the ceiling's much higher with Evans than it is for Tony Snell, even playing less minutes.
Sure.
What else in this game? On the New York side.
I don't know. Is Brown going to get selfish or not?
I meant on the New York side. Do you like Porzingis?
No.
I don't mind him here. Like, they're not good against power forwards.
I'll say I'm not touching that situation.
All right, so let's talk about Anthony Davis.
Can the guy just be a selfish SOB? He's the best player on that floor by a gazillion. Can he just like take 25 shots a game, please? Like take a lesson from Boogie. Like words I never thought I would say out of my damn mouth. Like take a lesson from Boogie. Be selfish. You're the best player on the floor. Act like it.
Anthony Davis is at home. That's all that matters to me.
He was at home against the Clippers game. Didn't do him worth a damn thing.
Yeah, everybody has a dud every once in a while.
I'll have some, but God, freak. And I mean, the matchup is just so good. I mean, Porzingis is way too weak. He can't handle him.
Like,
and
if
Noah's too slow, O'Quinn is terrible. Like, he should go absolutely bananas here. Like, this should be like a 70-point game.
But like, if you want to pivot off James Harden and you want another guy that has massive upside, isn't it Davis?
Probably. Like I just think the matchup is like if he just took shot attempts, he'd be like one of my favorite players on the slate.
Here, read my post-it to everybody, CJ. I just pulled it off my computer. Can you read it?
Oh, let's see what it says. Anthony Davis at home. That's fine, but that didn't work. Doesn't work every time.
Put it back on my computer here.
I mean, John Wall or Anthony Davis. John Wall.
Yeah, it's John Wall.
Kevin Durant
but
or Anthony Davis. We haven't talked about Kevin Durant yet, but Kevin Durant.
This is what we talk about all the time, being contrarian without being stupid, though. Like John Wall's ownership, James Harden's ownership. Anthony Davis can be low owned on this slate on DraftKings.
Yeah, there's just so many guys that we haven't talked about yet. Let's come back to that at the end because like there's so many studs we haven't talked about that like there's so many.
Anybody else from New Orleans here?
If you want to play, have my guy stand on will my 3K guy in the corner do anything today? If you want to play that roulette wheel, I got the best player in the league for you, Dante Cunningham, 3,500. He
Why not
will
my
play
boy?
30-something minutes.
Why not my boy? We were talking the other day, and you're like, just play this guy at 3K, and he's still 3K.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
He's still 3K?
He went for 21 the other night.
Oh, they took away his shooting guard eligibility, though.
I know he's a point guard now.
Yeah.
Still only 3K.
Langston Galloway probably should not be 3K. That's all I'm saying.
Not playing 30 minutes.
Right? Playing 29, 26, 31, and he's still minimum price. And he was like 2% owned, so the secret's still out on him.
Yes. Anything else here?
Now we can move on.
Portland at San Antonio.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Joakim.
Yeah. How did we not mention our boy?
Joakim.
He played 38 minutes against Atlanta.
Yeah, the price is probably too high. He's probably gonna dud in the spot. Get him back down to 4,300 for the next game. We'll tack on that for a game off.
I don't mind centers against New Orleans though.
Yeah, this just feels really trappy. Foul trouble against Brow. If they move Brow to the 5. Just don't do it. It's not what. Don't chase it.
Yeah, under 5K on FanDuel. I guess a little bit more interest there.
By the way, did we talk about Karl-Anthony Towns? Because we should have.
Did we miss Cat?
I think we did. Well, let's go back to him. He's 9K, and big men have just made mincemeat of Milwaukee's bigs. Okay, we're done. We mentioned them.
San Antonio, Portland. This game's in San Antonio. No total on this game. Guess we're waiting to see Lillard get officially ruled out. He's doubtful. Kawhi is questionable. He was sick Wednesday, missed a game. We'll start with Portland here. We've been playing McCollum. We talked about his usage without Lillard. I'm just asking.
Do you see this DK price?
I do.
No way. There's no way. I'm not paying 8,100 for McCollum. No. The answer is no.
He's had 2 better matchups against Sacramento and Toronto.
Oh, Dwight Powell, make a damn dunk. Sorry.
And he put up 35 and 44 fantasy points. That's just not going to get it done at 8,100.
Just play the plum dog at 56.
So
I know I went on a rant about him, but still.
I think there's better options at center tonight.
Just the usage is through the roof.
Just better options, though. We've talked about 5 centers.
Are there, though?
Yes.
Are there really?
Yes.
I don't see it. Double machine. Like, he still put up a double in 23 minutes in this spot. The San Antonio plays big. I like Plum Dog here.
If you could tell me Plumlee was going to play 30 minutes, sure.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Let's move on. I will play Plum Dog for sure. I'm playing Plum Dog until Lillard comes back.
Against San Antonio a week ago, 7 days ago.
I don't care. Was Lillard in that game? No. Yes. So I don't care. I'm playing him. I'm just playing him.
All right. Anybody from San Antonio?
Nope.
No LaMarcus Aldridge against his old team?
I mean, I don't hate it. I guess I just don't want to play. Like, I'm not chasing LaMarcus Aldridge, and I don't want to play Kawhi. So it's kind of just a pass. I don't hate those plays. Just they're not plays for me.
Philadelphia at Denver, 211.5 total here. Denver favored by 11. We know Jared Henderson is out. Embiid will come back here. It's a back-to-back. Would we be shocked if Noel or Okafor, one of these guys, sit?
Well, Noel doesn't play minutes anyways. Okafor got hurt.
Did he?
Yeah, he got hurt.
I didn't see that. So good to know.
He came back, but he was hurt. He got hurt. So I think that maybe they'll rest him. They want to have a trade for Noel maybe in the works, but yeah, I think this whole situation is a stay away from the Philly side unless we get some clarity. I wouldn't hate Saric off the bench a little bit. He plays 25 minutes, but I like playing him more when Embiid's not on the floor.
That's it for Philly, right? Like, I guess you could roll out maybe some Covington on some tournament teams.
Sure. Let's talk about Jokic so we can get him wrong again.
I said play him the other night. You didn't like him. I said play him.
Yeah, well. Oh, he's such a freak.
You have to play him, right? It's just at the point where you have to play him on tournament teams every night.
Yeah, I think that's my new approach. Is I'm just going to play him on tournament teams every night, so that way he can't completely burn me.
It's just he's at the fact where they're playing in minutes unless he gets in foul trouble, and if he gets in foul trouble, that's variance, and you move on to the next night. Like he's finally locked into minutes. You have to play him.
Yeah, I think so, and especially on DraftKings, 6,900 is too cheap.
Outside of that, like hardest team in the NBA to figure out is the Denver Nuggets for me.
I'm not touching anyone else other than the Joker.
You could play Gallinari here. His price.
I'm not playing him. What's his ceiling?
45.
Yeah, let me see that before I call it a ceiling.
40, 45. He's had it a couple times this year.
Yeah, with everybody healthy, I'm past.
He just did it like 2 nights ago. It's Philadelphia. It's one of the highest totals on the slate. Like,
no, I'm not playing this game. I find excuses every day to play guys in this stupid game. How about you just don't play anybody on a full slate from this stupid team?
I'm going to play some guys from this team just because.
That's fine. Let's move on to the next game before I talk myself in a stupid place.
Dallas at Golden State. 212 total here. Golden State favored by 18 points. Dirk questionable. Mergy questionable. Barea is out. They said
Bogut's going to sit the back. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, they say Bogut's going to sit the back-to-back, so he should be out as well. We'll start with the Dallas side. Anything in this potential massive blowout?
Seth.
Sure. But
That's his brother?
Yeah, but the only problem with that is like they got blown out by Houston the night we were at the ESPN club, and Seth didn't play down the stretch.
Didn't they have an extra healthy body at guard that day?
I don't remember. I just know that I was shocked that he didn't play down the stretch in a blowout.
Yeah, but it's against his brother. He'll play.
Yeah, I don't mind him here. Definitely going to get up for this game. I think outside of that, though, I just don't know if I'm going to target any of these guys. Darren Williams under 6K, little interest there, but that's it.
Fine. I'm not gonna pick a fight on it.
Oh, that's it, right? Nothing from Dallas here.
Not for me.
Can you play anybody from Golden State here?
Yes, because they can score 100-something points in 3 quarters.
Which they probably will. So who do you like?
I like them all.
So Durant, Curry. Curry's price is too high. You're not paying that for Curry.
Probably not, but I do like Durant. I do like Clay. I do like Draymond.
That's it, right? Nothing else?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that team. It's going to be a blowout. That's going to do it here for the game-by-game breakdown. Time to play our game. I got to go back and check and see how we did Monday.
You missed out on Kemba by like 0.5. It was beautiful. You were so excited. Then I told you he gotten over 4X. It was great.
That's retarded.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I'll go back and I'll look at that and mark it down on the sheet. But I batted leadoff the other night, so you got first take here.
All right, I gotta find a bust.
While you look at that, so just so the listeners know, every day CJ and I pick a 4K, 4X or less guy over 7K that we feel like is gonna bust. We pick a 5X guy and a 6X guy. It's a little game that we put together that the listeners kind of came up with here. So every day we do that. And I'll post a NBA Morning Grind Friday edition here in a few minutes as well. So by the time you guys listen to this podcast, that'll be up.
CJ McCollum.
Bust?
Yep.
All right. Not even going to veto that. I'm going to let you have it. I actually agree with you, too. That doesn't happen very often. Favorite 5X play of the day is John Wall.
Nah, sorry, bro.
You ain't getting that.
Nope.
Then I'll take my 5X play with Giannis.
Okay, I will take.
Oh, it's snake draft. Get out of here. My 6X play of the day is Derrick Rose.
Fine, whatever. 6X, I'll go KCP.
That boy. Right when you get approval, Stevie stamp 6X done.
You let me have him?
Yeah.
Sweet. And that leaves me 5X. Let's go. Yeah, he'll get the 5X. Tobias.
Yeah, I'm gonna veto that.
Okay, I'll take Drummond.
Look at you with the Detroit stack here.
Oh, did you write it down yet?
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep.
So
You're locked
sorry.
in.
God dang it.
My
why do I do that? I need to start writing down these plays. This is the second or third time I've noticed I've missed the most obvious play on the board right after I say a name.
So who are you gonna say?
Gortat.
Oh, okay. My bust tonight is CP3.
Oh, okay. I think he'll get the 4X, but I don't hate that.
At 9,300?
Yeah, I think he'll get the 36, but I don't hate that.
Yeah.
You want
Just
a
like-
backup in case he sits for some dumb reason?
No, I get a point if he sits.
What?
I'm just kidding. If we get news he sits, I'll tweet at you my 7K guy.
Okay.
I'll send
good.
a tweet out. Yeah, because
All right.
I think he plays, and there's not a lot of guys over 7X or 7K today, so
That's fine. Bye by me.
it's going to do it here for the Friday edition of the Morning Grind podcast. Like I said a minute ago, if you guys haven't head over to the Daily Marketplace, head over there, check that out. The Siege Tournament Tactics is over there. You get CJ's model for FanDuel and DraftKings. Also, you get his rankings for FanDuel and DraftKings as well. A little chat. You got a show tomorrow, CJ?
No, I'm traveling, so no show tomorrow.
No show tomorrow. So always check that out. Make sure you do that. Also, the Daily Fantasy Marketplace. If you're playing MMA, they have an MMA package for the big fight this weekend, and they just announced the Tour Junkie shot in the arm, new PGA package over there in the Daily Marketplace. So make sure you guys are checking that out.
Ooh, there's a golf package? When they announced this?
Today. Tour Junkies, man, that podcast is great. These guys definitely know their stuff, so I'm looking forward to that.
What is it? Hold on, you can't like freaking tell me like go that far. Like, what is it?
It's a. Oh man, there's a post on the forums.
As your edge, you get inside for more. You get inside info for more than 15 years as a PGA Tour caddy experience and caddy correlated course info, trends, favorite plays, trash or treasure guys. Holy,
Did you
chat
see?
room. Holy moly!
I love this. We don't do models. We don't do spreadsheets. We can't spell algorithm without spell checker. However, we give you a unique data. We give you key stats, and we give you the tools you need to make your own decisions. That's fantastic right there.
Is that in the forums?
That is.
Oh
So
my God.
if you guys have any questions about that package, over there on the RotoGrinders main forum, there is a post there about it. So you guys can check that out for sure. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, CJ?
That's amazing. No. Other than let's go Dwight Powell and let's go Swaggy.
All right. Good luck in your sweat, my friend. We'll be back on Monday. Good luck in your contest this weekend, guys, and we'll see you then.